Time we're meeting with Anna today to find out from her what the role of a midwife is through pregnancy and post-birth. So Anna, as a midwife, what is your role in a pregnant lady's life?
My role is to ensure that she has proper, adequate care through the pregnancy, ensuring that she remains healthy through the pregnancy and that the baby is growing well. So through regular checkups, we're able to check that the blood pressure is stable and that there's no sugar in the urine and that there's general well-being with the pregnant lady. Should anything arise like a complication in pregnancy, which does happen, like high blood pressure and diabetes in pregnancy, then my role will be to refer the pregnant lady on to the obstetrician, who will then take care of the lady thereafter. And midwives do work under the obstetrician. Should there be any complications throughout the pregnancy, if we pick up anything that's not going as well as we expect, and also for the birthing and the labour process. The obstetrician is there on standby, and the obstetrician does need to see the pregnant lady at least twice in the pregnancy, so that the lady gets to know the obstetrician knows the lady too. So there's no like major, oh surprise, surprise, yeah, I'm the doctor and I'm just like taking over from the midwife because there's a complication, that kind of thing.
Okay, so the relationship is formed, the relationship and the trust is formed up front, well in advance of the actual birth.
That's correct, yeah.
What kind of complications or what kind of health risks in pregnancy would a midwife not take on?
Okay, so just to clarify, that midwife takes low risk. So anything that is not low risk, which is now women that have heart conditions, some epileptics as well. Epilepsy is followed up by the obstetrician, and then the ladies with uncontrolled high blood pressure, and the diabetes as well. You know, if they are type 1 or type 2 diabetes before falling pregnant, then the obstetrician can maybe see if she can be followed up with a midwife or needs to be followed through with the obstetrician. So the obstetrician does have a lot to do with whether the pregnant lady can continue being seen by the midwife, even though there are a few complications on hand, and also with a high BMI. If the lady has had a poor obstetric history, meaning if she's had a number of miscarriages for whatever reason, and also for traumatic previous birth experiences, you know, that sometimes the obstetrician would be the better option to take, and also the most sensible one, because the midwife then, that becomes now high risk, it's not part of the midwife scope.
And what are the things that we would need to look for when we find a midwife?
So the first thing is that you do need to make sure that the midwife is registered under the South African Nursing Council. This is an annual fee that each one of us pay to be able to continue to practice. We do need a practice number, because then the client, the pregnant client, can claim back from the medical aid, and also we need a professional indemnity insurance to cover us, and that's the kind of thing that every potential client can ask the midwife to make sure that that is in place. We in the process, well, not we as in us midwives, but the South African Nursing Council is in the process of introducing the continued point system, you know, like the doctors do, the CPD points, so that we are able to continue practicing, and that's something you can look out for and ask her, you know, do you do your regular conferencing and keep up to date with the new research and the new trends that are available. So those are the kind of things that clients should be able to ask the midwife comfortably without the midwife. Well, obviously if the midwife is going to be upset with those questions, then maybe that midwife isn't the right one for you. You know, it's that kind of thing. You know, it's just making sure that you are safeguarded, basically.
All right, and obviously there's a whole thing of rapport and personality, and so it's important to meet that midwife before you decide on one?
Absolutely. It's an interview process, really. I mean, if you feel an immediate connection, then obviously the two of you are meant for each other. And that's the whole beauty of seeing your clients from the beginning of the pregnancy, or as early in the pregnancy as possible. Then you do form that very good rapport and great relationship, so that when it's time for the big event of giving birth, that the client completely trusts the midwife on whatever decision the midwife says, oh, hang on, I'm having an issue here, I'm going to speak to the obstetrician. The client has complete trust and faith in her ability. And I think that is the beauty of seeing your caregiver so early in the pregnancy.
Any final pieces of advice in terms of selecting a midwife?
Listen to your friends. Your friends, you and your friends obviously have got a common personality. You're attracted to the common ideas. I really think word of mouth would be great, because, and then also if you see things on social media, on the internet, and read the reviews of what you see, perhaps what is being said by that person might not resonate with you, and maybe just meeting the person would be far better as a first impression. That's my feeling. It's go with your gut. Very important, go with your gut.
Anna, thank you so much for your time today, and we're looking forward to your series on tips for pregnant women through their pregnancy and post-birth.
Thank you very much.